Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So it's difficult to see how many people are here because of these blinding lights over here. We have been spending so many hours in this convention, and I think now is the time for some action. And this few minutes where I will be presenting you about the whole plan that we have chalked out. At the same time, there will be volunteers around you with, in the same fashion as we normally do for the fundraising pledge forms. This is a time raising instead of fundraising. And while I'm presenting, please look into it. And anything that you feel that you have expertise and you can contribute, take that piece of paper, put your name, tell, okay, I can contribute, I can help on this particular activity, and I can spend this many hours a week so that at least we know how much time we are getting from which resource, and then we can manage it and try to produce the results. So we all know, and we have been reading these things since a long time, that Allah Rabbul Alameen, when He created the mankind, He spoke to the angels and told angels that I am going to create a Khalifa on this earth. And when Allah Rabbul Alameen was talking about Khalifa, it's not just the Muslim, all people, anyone, everybody around us is the Khalifa. And the Khalifa has to do the same thing what Allah Rabbul Alameen is. Allah Rabbul Alameen Himself is Adil. He is there creating everything and creating the just system among them, and would like to do or to see the mankind doing the same thing. So now we are over here in this part of the world. Some of us, we came from Muslim majority countries. Some of us, we came from Muslim minority countries. But now over here, we have a job to do. For whatever reason we came, it doesn't matter. Some of us, we came for education, good job, good life. But eventually now we are over here. And this is our country. It's a large country. It has so many provinces and territories, beautiful cities, large network of highways, and we are living over here. And we cannot say, when people use the word back home, I really don't understand what's the meaning of back home. Either home is here or home is there. There is no back home. Or eventually my home is the Jannah for which we are all striving, because that is the actual back home. Now in this country, I was just looking at some statistical numbers, and you can see on these slides. If you compare the growth of the population in this country, year by year, look at this small red dot. This is what we are. And the rest is the large population around us. And all of them, they are Khalifa. They are all son of Adam alayhi salam. They are all created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we are a small minority. And we have to bring the impact. And this is the job given to us by Allah Rabbul Alameen. The only method which Quran is actually telling us about, that how a small minority can change or can influence the larger majority, because Allah Rabbul Alameen is telling us that He has created us as a balanced community, as an exemplary community, as a community who stands and bear witness, who by their words and by action present what is the right thing. And this is exactly what this ayah is talking about, that it's not only us, we are standing in front of the human or mankind, because we have been created for annas, for the people. But the Rasul will also stand, and he will give shahada, he will bear witness that he gave the message to the people to follow. We took it, we will give this baton to our next generation and they will take over. So this concept of exemplary Muslim community that we have developed after a long discussion and debate within the organization over a period of 2 years and more is nothing but this ayah, that we are ummate wasat, we are the balanced nation, and we have to behave like that. But it's a very high level goal, and when people talk, normally it becomes difficult that, okay, what should we do now? At 35,000 feet height, when you're flying, you can see clouds, you can see nice mountains, but you don't know what's happening on the ground. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you now with this request that please keep eyes open and try to figure out on what area you can add value and how much hours you can put into it. So the vision of ICNA Canada is to, and when we are talking vision, we don't say two, because two meaning is a process. But vision is something that we can see, we can visualize. It's for that we are saying an exemplary Muslim community. This is our vision. If I close my eyes and I think that how the Muslims in this Canada are living, it's an exemplary community. And this exemplary community, it is set an example or following a path not only for others but for themselves first, for their own personal, spiritual, their focus on connection with Allah, their moral values, everything. And then if I just do it for my own, it is not going to bring the result. Then I have to invite others. I have to share those values. If I can't share, meaning that I'm not performing my job. So we have come up with this long statement, but the key is an exemplary Muslim community. And for that, if you look at this small picture, it's our downtown picture, just for the sake of understanding. It's a beautiful downtown. People come over here, they go to downtown, they look around, they see all these nice buildings and they enjoy it. And if you look at this downtown building in night, it looks like a town of gold, glittering, beautiful, tall buildings. And if you walk inside, the offices are beautiful. Even the toilets and the washrooms are so nice that they feel much better than our own homes. The people who are working inside, they feel proud. The people who are outside, they wish to go inside. This is an exemplary building. But exemplary community is the same. It glitters, it shines. People inside feel happy. People outside would like to come in. And this is exactly what we have to do. But to do that, when you look at these buildings, there is a very basic, essential element that we are unable to see. And without that, these buildings would have not been over here. And when we are talking about the elements of exemplary community, it's not just these glasswork and beautiful lights. It's basically its foundation. And now we cannot see because it's deep down. But if you walk beside any building that is being constructed, by looking at its foundation, you can tell how tall this building is going to go, how strong this building is going to be, and for how long this building is going to stay. So we have to build our foundations to create those beautiful, exemplary community where people inside feel happy and people from outside would like to come and join. And the people who cannot, they may take the architecture and implement it in their cities. They build their buildings according to these buildings. So these are the fundamental things that we have to think of and we have to work on. So ICNA Canada, based on all this discussion, came up with 5 action items, 5 broad areas. We call them mandated roles. Like these are those roles for ICNA Canada that ICNA Canada cannot drop in any circumstances if we call ourselves an organization that would like to bring exemplary Muslim community in this country. And each of the 5 mandated role is subdivided into areas of work, areas of action. And those are the areas on which I really would like you to look and tell me where you can contribute. The first is inviting. Tell people. And normally people talk about, okay, first we should improve ourselves and then invite. First we should learn and then go out. It sounds logical. It's really good. But what I have learned when I used to read these books when I was in high school, and I really found it very interesting, an example, that when a person decides, he or she, to do something good, even without knowing anything, even without having any knowledge, and if that person starts, say for example, decides to go for Salatul Asr, and now he is walking on the street and he finds his friends around and he asks them, okay, now, let's go all together and have Salah. What will be the reaction? His friend will say, oh, suddenly you became pious. Up till now you were not even doing anything and now you are asking us to go. And according to that scholar, if that person is sincere, this criticism will enhance him. This is a tazkiyah that is coming from the society. And if that person is not sincere, that person will try to hide and will try to run away. So as soon as we learn about something and if we try to implement and try to use it, this whole action itself elevates us. It brings us up and allows us to think, and then the need and thirst of knowledge grows, and then we go into more. So it's for that we have kept it as top. Dawah is on top. Invitation is on top. Calling people towards what we have is on top. But to do that, it's a very high level role. So we have identified these 9 or 10 items, and we need really help on that. Content developer, a lot of things that we are using at the moment, especially in ICNA, they were wrote, I don't know, 10, 15 years back. People like me who speak English as a second language, we might have written it. The language is not going across. Sometimes we use the very difficult words of even English language, which people in speaking English, they cannot understand. So we need help on that. We need people who can come up. They have this language. And in French, we really lack. We need people who can develop the content for flyers, for booklets, for websites, for newsletters, whatnot. And I know that there are many students around who can help. Event designers. Event design is now a complete field. People are graduating in those areas. This conference, we are doing it 5th time over here. The same brother struggle and they learn by, we need event designers. There are so many activities ICNA is doing in their centers, in their masajid, in the community centers, for sisters, for Muslim Heritage Month is coming, and we will again take so many community centers. We will put our displays of Islamic heritage on. But we need people who really know how to design the events. And if you have this capability, you may not be very much focused on what other parts of activities that ICNA is doing, but you may feel, okay, I can do this particular thing because I did some events in my high school, or I am managing many conferences and whatnot. Please help us out. Dawah trainers. All of us, if you ask anybody, everybody is willing to give dawah, but there are issues related to that. So Brother Zahid has developed a lot of dawah training programs, but we need more dawah trainers. He alone cannot go in every city and develop all those things. We need people who can train and who can develop dawah trainings. So if you have this capability, if you know something, if you are qualified to train, if you have done some of the diplomas in adult training or whatnot, please come forward. And we can develop using those skills. New Muslim supports. It's a unique thing, and I realized when I was working in Calgary that the month of Ramadan is the beautiful month where the masajid are full, everybody sits together, they have futur together, everyone is happy. Then comes Eid. After Eid Salah, what do? We all go to our families, our home, we enjoy. And this is the loneliest day in the life of new Muslims. They have no families, or their families might have abandoned them, or they might have not told their families that they are Muslim. So there are many challenges these new Muslims are going through. And we really need to develop solid, structured programs, how to support them, how to build them, how to bring them into the part of the community. Like somebody told me, I accepted Islam 25 years ago, and we are presenting him as a new Muslim. So where do we stand? Like even after the first day of acceptance, we should have the ability to assimilate that person, to absorb that person. And even after 25 years, we are calling him a new Muslim. So we really need to have all these structured programs, and we really need help on that. Researcher, so many things are happening around us. How much money do we put in research? How much money do we have over here? We raise funds for millions of dollars for our centers, but we never put a single penny in research. And if you go and talk to the brothers, please give us some money for this research program, people think, oh, it's not Islamic. Allah is not going to give me any reward on that. So if some of you have already done research, you're an expert on that, we can build on that. We can develop together. Writers, interfaith information providers. Bilal Bhai is showing me that I have very less time left. I have a lot of things to say. So I'll continue. I will overrule him, but still I will try to make it faster. So these are the areas in Dawah that we really need help on. In Tarbiyah, we have identified 4 areas. One is for the members. Whoever would like to work with ICNA as a member, there are different needs. Because it's an organization. In organization, we work in a different fashion. It's not that I think about something and I can implement it. No. We have to bring everybody on board. We have to work together. So all those things that we have to develop. So skill sets are required, how to do that, how to take the minutes notes, how to conduct the meetings, and all those things. Then the community leadership. There are so many things happening around us. We have Khatib. Just now, before this presentation, we were having this meeting with the leaders of the community. And somebody mentioned that our Khatib, whenever they see in their masajid, the young folks are sitting in the corners, they start speaking about them, and those young people, they feel as if they are being targeted or pointing out. So next time they won't appear. So we have to really train ourselves, our Khatib, our counselors, people who are sitting in the school boards, what they should say, how they should react, how they should help the community around them. Then comes the ICNA leadership. All of us, we required help, we required training, we required support. We become leader based on our whatever we have done for the last so many years. But the leadership development itself is a science now. If you go to any Amazon or any bookstore, you will find shelves and shelves of books on leadership development. So when we say, oh, I'm the leader because I have been working in ICNA for 5 years, that doesn't make me leader. I need to know so many skill sets. So this learning and development will cover the leadership of ICNA. Then come the family and community. Libraries, book services, institutions, schools, high schools, all those things. What we are doing is MCNA, we have Sunday schools, we have all those Al-Falah Islamic schools. But still, if you compare it with what we need, it's very tiny. So if you have expertise, people who have been through the Toronto School Board, they might have retired now. They can come forward, help us out. We will develop school boards. We may develop curriculums. In services, just now, Shaukat Bhai has mentioned so many things. So I'm not going to repeat it. There are 4 areas that we would like to cover. One is domestic relief, meaning providing help for the Canadian community, irrespective of their race, their religion, their color. Global relief effort, which we are doing, alhamdulillah, but we have to take it to the second level. As of today, we are going into those areas which are known to us, but there are unknown areas also there we have to go. The countries which are traditionally not back home kind of a thing, but we have to address them. Services for Canadians, youth counseling, issues related to health awareness, psychological support, for everyone. And you walk on the street and you find all these issues, but we don't have anything. So we need people who can go and get certification on counseling, learn how to do this. If you are already there, please extend your help. Tell us, okay, this many hours I can put for each week, and let's program and chalk it out and utilize that resource. Services for Muslim, matrimonial is being happening, zabiha, so many things that Muslim community requires. So in the services area, these are the 4 areas we have focused on, and inshallah we will develop. Then comes the engaging with the society. We have to really think about it. And this we have discussed a lot for the last 2 years. Alhamdulillah, we have taken certain steps. That making our own centers and masajid is one thing, which is good. Nobody is denying it. But there is a huge infrastructure around us, community centers, libraries, universities, schools. Why don't we go over there? One day I remember I was in a Malvan community center for some reason, and it was Maghrib time. So we decided to pray. Kids were playing around, and we just started praying on the basketball floor. So when I finished my salah, I turned around and I saw initially we were 3 brothers, and now it was a complete row. All these boys in their whatever t-shirts, and they were standing and they were praying. So after the salah, I just shook hands. I said, okay guys, very nice to see you. One person told me that we really would like to, but nobody shows up over here. We don't know how to. If we get engaged in those community centers, we can make a change. There is no need to invent things which are already there. For the global engagement, there are issues where we have no voice. Just now, Brother Naeem was talking about injustice in the society, in the communities. Where do we stand as a Muslim community? When I see something is happening on the street, I would like to just take another route. Close my eyes, don't speak anything about it. Environmental, terrorism, people are suffering from so many things. Muslim Ummah matters. It's very easy to say, you guys, you have so much radicalism in you, but you have to talk about, okay, who is creating it? Why is it happening? Our own Muslim communities, the majority Muslim countries are oppressing their own people. Who is talking against it? All those to whom we say they are non-Muslims or people of other faith, where are we? We fear. We feel that maybe something will happen to me if I go back to Pakistan, if I talk about the government of Pakistan who is doing something bad, or the government of Egypt who is doing something wrong. So these are the areas where we have to think more creative to come out with new solutions. Role for Muslim communities. Muslim community is in need of many things. Like this convention, it's a Muslim community event. People come over here, kids are playing around, having nice food, sitting around, talking, matrimonial services are happening, doctors, they are presenting their programs. These kind of dynamic environment that we have to create. Halal certification, masajid, financial institutions. Many of us, we are struggling. We feel bad, but we take mortgage. Why? This is something which is more haram than eating something in which there is one small ingredient which is haram. We stop us from that, but we are okay to take the mortgage. Okay, this is one thing to say it's haram. Okay, very easy, but where is the solution? This is our job. As a community, this is our job to create those solutions. Saying haram is one thing, but providing solution is also essential along with that. So these all goes in the role for the Muslim community. So there are 4 roles over here we have identified. And then all these things, it's a very strong belief that 1 and 1 is not 2, is 11. And this is the beauty of organized work. The thing which I cannot do alone, everybody together can do it. And there are many things that no one on earth can do alone, whether that person is a king or king of the kings. We need to organize people. And it's for that, in ICNA, we have developed organization on all levels. If you see, it's a matrix level where you have, they're geographically spread. In each city, we have chapters. Then they are distributed among brothers, sisters, young girls, and the young boys. Then on national level and overall. So this organizational structure, we are developing it, we are improving it, we are trying to have good communication systems, good reporting systems, effective and efficient and quick. So this we are working on. Inshallah, we'll come up with more solutions on that. So these are the five foundations that I talk about for this exemplary Muslim community. And any area that you feel like there are brothers and sisters around with this paper in their hand, put your name, your contact number, which activity you can contribute, and how many hours you can pledge. And then, inshallah, we'll try to take those hours and utilize them. Just like if we ask for the fundraising for the money, we are asking the time reserve. This is the time that you can put on, you have the skill set, come forward, allow us to use it, and inshallah, all of us will benefit. Not only me, you, but maybe in the coming generations, inshallah. Not only the Muslims, but the non-Muslim society, the community at large. And when they see from outside this beautiful glittering building, they would like to come in. And this is the way how we will transfer our message. So we have to get transformed. We are no more receiving passive community. We have to be a very active, dynamic, giving, outreaching community. And we have to change ourselves. It's no more hiding in the silos, in the corners, in the masajid. Our children are going out. We have to think like that. You call it a paradigm shift. You call it a new way of thinking, whatever you may call it. But this is coming. If we do it proactively, we will be well planned. Otherwise, we will be doing it reactively, and there will be no plan. It will be more chaotic. So, Alhamdulillah, ICNA has its own chapters in almost all major cities, and we are accessing everywhere. So any effort that you will put over here is not only for one place, it will be spread out. This Ramadan, for the Welcome Ramadan program in our Scarborough chapter, we did a small program where we invited a doctor who presented how to prepare yourself for Ramadan with specific diseases, how to talk to your physician, what you should do a month ago and what not. And this presenter, this doctor was thinking that I am in front of these 30, 40 folks, that's it. But he did not realize that as soon as the information of this program was put on Facebook, now 7 different chapters of ICNA across Canada are going to follow it. So your effort might look like a small, minor thing today, but I'm telling you, the potential of this organization is so that it can multiply it just like that. So don't get shy, don't feel that, oh, this is a small thing. No, it's not a small thing. And if you see the kind of activities and the programs which ICNA is doing, and I've been presenting this slide for the last 2 or 3 programs, this page gets full and my list is not finished. And I don't think that there is nothing that any one of you cannot contribute to. There might be 1 or 2 items where you can contribute in any way. So just think what you can do, pledge your time, and inshallah, we will try to engage everyone. If you can be a part of the organization, you have the potential, you are welcome. If you don't want to be the part of the organization, you want to remain associate or volunteer, you are welcome. If you can only introduce us to someone who can help us out, highly welcome. But please play your role. Come out of what I am and try to be like a Canadian. I'm not something and they are doing something. No, we are together. It's the same game. If my son is going to university, my neighbor's son is also going to the same school. It doesn't matter my neighbor's name is Danny or Ahmed. We share all the same issues. We have the solution. If we don't do that, Allah Rabbul Alameen in Quran has identified a bitter punishment, and nobody of us can take that. So I'm not trying to motivate you with a negative way, but I'm telling you that these are the things that we can do. So in this particular presentation, what I have tried to do is to give you the real action items, and you just try to figure out what you can bring on. Up till now, we have been listening a lot of motivational speeches, mashallah. That is also important. I have seen people crying over here. I have seen people, they went outside with a very strong feeling that, okay, let's do something. But these are the nuts and bolts. So if you can figure out where you can participate, inshallah, we can all work together and make things happen. So from this point, I was told to invite Sheikh Dawood to take it to connected this pledge for the hours with the pledge for money. And the reason behind, because I was told just now before we were discussing about this change, that the amount of money that we have already spent on this program requires a little bit more funds. And you know, we are not collecting heavy amount through the tickets. We are all putting from our pockets. So if you guys can help us out, that will be definitely better. Sheikh Dawood, please, you are welcome.